We're going to walk through some of the most challenging sounds in Spanish to replicate, especially in Latin American Spanish. Let's start with the letter D. It's a small sound, but it can dramatically change how natural you sound in Spanish. If you pay attention in English, when you say the letter D, the very tip of your tongue touches the gums right behind your top front teeth. Your front teeth come together and then you release a small burst of air as you say D, as in da, 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 da. In Spanish, though, it's different. Both the tip and the flat part of your tongue move closer to your gums behind your top front teeth, but there's no contact between your front teeth before pronouncing D. So the sound comes out cleaner and with much less air, as in da, 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 da. The biggest difference between English and Spanish is all about that puff of air. In English, the D has that strong puff of air. In Spanish, when you say something like D, the sound is much cleaner. We're going to call this the strong D, and it's the version you use when a word starts with the letter D, as in dama, decir, Dios, doce, dulce. At first, the difference between the English and Spanish D may feel very subtle, but stick with me. In part 2, you'll see how the D sound changes depending on where it happens in a word. One of the most frequent mistakes I hear, especially from English and Chinese speakers, show up in phrases like cada persona, todos los días, no quiero nada, un empleado nuevo, demasiado fácil. Here, the D sound is soft, not strong. So let's look at how you say the soft D sound. First, start with your tongue in a relaxed, neutral position. Now, gently move the tip of your tongue so it lightly touches behind your bottom front teeth. Open your mouth just a little and let the front flat part of your tongue move toward the gums behind your top front teeth, but don't actually touch them because you need the sound and the air to flow through that small space. Let's practice with the sounds da, de, di, do, do. So, do you see how the tip of your tongue stays behind your bottom front teeth? Also, do you notice how the front flat part of your tongue moves forward? It may slightly touch your top front teeth or your gums, but really not too much. It might feel strange at first, but in normal fast Spanish, this is actually what happens when the D, especially when the D comes after a vowel, like in cada persona, todos los días, no quiero nada, demasiado fácil, un empleado nuevo. This is the ultimate guide to finally getting the Spanish R right once and for all.
Arroz! Arroz! Yes!
First, lift the size of your tongue until they slightly touch your molars, basically the big teeth you use to chew with. Now, raise the tip of your tongue until it gently touches the gums behind your top front teeth. Now pay close attention. While keeping a bit of pressure between the size of your tongue and your molars, start blowing air and feel it passing through between the tip of your tongue and your gums, your front gums. The air pushes the tip of your tongue away and then you bring it back. Push air again and then repeat. Actually, you don't have much control over these back and forth movements because this is something that happens in just a fraction of a second.
Arroz.
At some point, the vibration just happens. Let's practice with ratón, renta, risas, rosa, Rusia. If it doesn't come out right away, don't stress, that's normal. Keep experimenting with your mouth positions, how much pressure you're using, and super importantly, try changing the vowels to give your tongue different stimuli. Ra, re, ri, ro, ru. That's basically how you train it. how to pronounce the Spanish T. In English, when a word starts with the letter T, your tongue touches above your top front teeth, your front teeth come together, and then you release a noticeable puff of air, as in tap, Texas, ticket. In Spanish, the story is very different when you say T. You just slightly bite the very tip of your tongue with your front teeth, and then you produce a clean, dry sound, but there is no burst of air. Let's have a look at the following words:
talent,
talento,
technique,
técnica,
Ticket.
tiquete,
Touch.
tocar,
tutor,
tutor,